Galnet News Digest, 18th of June 3305. We read the news so you don't have to. In this week's news, bewildered slaves dumped outside city. Jumping like a box of frogs. Media conspiracy revealed. Bewildered slaves dumped outside city. Anti-slavery organisation Autonomy has caused controversy by releasing 4,000 imperial slaves near Port Isabel in Eotienses, without making any provision for their well-being. Autonomy, which is not affiliated to Princess Aisling Duval's Unchained campaign group, has forcibly liberated slaves on a number of occasions before, but never in such numbers. It apparently pretended to be a construction company when it bought the slaves from slave traders last week. It then transported them to a location near the city and released them. Eyewitnesses report seeing the freed slaves wandering aimlessly with no idea what to do now that they'd been cast out. Imperial slavery is a misnomer for what are actually indentured labourers paying off their debts. A freed imperial slave is a citizen without a role in society, without money, and without a future. The slave traders who benefited from Autonomy's large purchase didn't seem overly displeased with the transaction. Imperial slaves enter into their servitude willingly, and any misguided attempt to free them is likely to end up with them signing back up, with the very same slave traders who bought them from in the first place. The Eotienses Labour Services Corporation is reported to be doing a roaring trade at a site just outside Port Isabel. Jumping like a box of frogs. Explorers are a funny bunch. They poodle off into the blackness of space and come back years later dressed only in yellowing underpants and smelling like a Thargoid's armpit. Many of them set great store by their unfeasibly long jump ranges. It's almost as though they don't actually enjoy the journey. One such commander is Oscar Gunther. He has a specialised anaconda using legacy engineering no longer available from any engineer, which gives him a jump range 0.15 light-years greater than is available to newly engineered ships. When using neutron boost, this multiplies up to nearly a 0.6 light-year advantage. A couple of months ago, Etienne Dorn, the body snatcher of Colonia, finally proved that he was more useful than Laurie Jameson, the snooty descendant of genocidal mass murderer John Jameson, by making available Grade 5 lightweight life support. This increased the maximum jump range of an Anaconda by an underwhelming 0.1 light-years. But to the very specialised subset of explorers who want to show off their very long jump ranges, it kicked off another round of their informal competition. Following the Body Snatcher's Grade 5 unlock, the absolute maximum jump range possible using modern technology is believed to be 336.43 light-years. Within a week of this range becoming possible, a commander using the appropriate alias of Mad Matt jumped exactly that distance from Blei Thua YE-A D67 to Pru Yuk MO-Z D13-32 in his One Jump Wonder. Only one commander could beat this record, and that's Commander Gunther, with his legacy modification Anaconda. Using neutron boost, his older ship is believed to be capable of jumping 337.02 light-years. Well, that's the theory. However, when he set out on the 4th of June to break the jump record, Commander Gunther was unable to find a destination star system exactly 337.02 light-years from Jackson's lighthouse, and he only managed to beat Mad Matt's record by 0.2 light-years, jumping 336.63 light-years. Will he ever manage to reach his full potential, jumping that extra 0.39 light-years and beating the 337 light-year mark? Will he ever achieve the accolade of being the first person to jump from the bubble to Colonia in only 70 jumps? Will he ever solve the problem of explorers smelling like a mouldy gorgonzola? It seems unlikely. Media conspiracy revealed. Following extensive investigation and much cranial application of tinfoil, a plot to deliberately lead commanders astray has been uncovered. Historian and scientist Commander Wurzel has identified that much of the history of the galaxy has been covertly replaced by inaccurate, revisionist lies. This is not just about the return of the Thargoids. There are many inaccuracies, almost all of which are too complicated to explain clearly. But most significantly, the massacre of innocent children by the Lave Radio Network, spearheaded by bloodthirsty berserker Chris Fozzer Forrester, has been skillfully rewritten to make it seem like an honestly fought struggle for independence from the Alliance. And not the work of a team of latter-day King Herods after all. It is immediately clear to any unbiased observer that far too many of these lies have been introduced into the history books for them to have been written by hand. It is patently obvious that they are the result of a media conspiracy and have been written by bots. And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News. We believe the conspiracies, so you don't have to.